The name of this next horse is Hoof Hearted, but listen to the call.
Hoof Hearted on the extreme outside. Colorado Co-Ed, Toast a Dozen on the inside. Quester's Jet, Hoof Hearted on the outside, it's close. Hoof Hearted in the winner's circle.
¡Claro que sí! ¡Ay, ja, ja! ¡Sí, señor!
What is up, pod people? This is another episode of Hoof Hearted. I am Doc, and with me is Mex. What's up, dude?
What up, Doc? How's it going?
It's going. So me and I want to say to everybody, me and Mex are talking, and we are going to come up with a new song. So it's the other one's just too long. People are bored. They listen for 30 seconds and they're like, "Fuck this shit. We don't like Mexicans."
Fuck this shit. I'm out.
Pretty much, yeah.
So we need suggestions. Hit us in the comments. You want us to talk about bitches in the song? You want us to talk about drugs? What do you want in the song?
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Oh, man.
First of all, nobody talks to us except for the burrito.
Burrito, what do you want in the song?
Yeah. What do you want? I swear to God, if you say country music, it's over.
Bands
It's
wrapped
done.
around my dick. Bands.
What?
I don't know, dude. I'm not a lyricist. Leave me alone.
Okay. Yeah, you're just a drummer. I know.
Yeah, just drum.
Give me a beat. Do you hate it? Do you hate it when people end up asking you like, "Oh yeah," like you tell them you're a drummer and they're like, "Oh, play something for me."
I'm lucky I don't carry around my drum set, so
That's a lot to carry around.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's easier if they're just like fucking hanging out, or if there's one. Because I remember chilling with back when I was younger, I hung out with like fucking bands. So there's a few times where we'd be at like other bands like practice spots,
Mm-hmm.
and they just be like, "All right, this fucking jam session for the drummers." Like so, like all of us would take turns because there'd be like 3 or 4 drummers when there's usually just the one,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just turning shit like that if it was all of us. But yeah, like I said, thankfully I don't have to carry that shit around just to prove myself.
True.
I ain't the asshole acoustic guitarist that has to play
Yeah. Right.
everywhere they go.
Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, as far as your skills go, what would you say you are? 1 to 10.
I'd say 6, 7, maybe.
6 or 7? Oh, okay.
I mean, and I hate it because back when I was with like a shittier hardcore band, now like the people I've been running with for a long time, I haven't had this issue. But and because I see like videos too, where it's all supposed to be unison, and that's how bands are. But all of my older bands, everyone would be like, "Oh, you're the best part of the stage, man." And it's just like, that's not what I fucking wanted. So that's my bad.
Yeah.
So I don't know what was going on with those other guys. I think, being who I was when I was in high school, I just had more chunkier friends. So they just didn't have the energy to move around.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
So they're just standing still, jamming out.
Yeah.
So it's just like band practice, but big dudes.
What kind of music
At a basement downtown. What was it?
What kind of music would you say like? What kind of music would you say you are best at? Because I'm sure you could play all kinds of like different genres, but is there a particular one?
My
you're
favorite
really good
would be like post-hardcore fucking era shit. But it's such like a muddied genre. My band now is a pop punk, and I feel like I do well with that, but it does incorporate like the other stuff that I like from other bands anyways, or other types of music.
Is there one?
But I would say like post-hardcore would be my favorite. The breakdowns are always fun, and it's always great to get in that mode of like, oh shit, it's coming.
Yeah.
But I didn't love them, and every band that I was in when I was in my post-hardcore era, every fucking second would have to be a hardcore breakdown or some shit. It's just like it's I don't know. It was the feeling for me, not the breakdowns. Is
Okay.
annoying.
What's
So,
the music?
I don't
What's
know,
the music
but-
genre that you hated, that you hate to play?
Hate would just be like heavy metal. Like, I can't do blast beats for shit.
Oh, okay.
It's those fucking like fucking quick
Oh, yeah.
motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I'm jealous of them. They're fucking phenomenal. It's just, I can't. I have wrist problems. I can't fucking get in there like that.
You jerk off too much, dude.
Well, no, it's with my right hand. I'm lefty.
Oh, okay.
And I'm ambidextrous in some aspects, or left-handed, or right-handed jerk off left-handed.
Oh, okay. All right. That's interesting, actually.
Fat left-handed, bunted right-handed. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Caught with my butt. I don't know.
I write with my left, but I jerk off with my right. So it's interesting.
This isn't the episode we were talking about anymore.
No. Actually, today's episode is going to be about remote viewing. So we're really far off from remote viewing. How are we segueing this? Well, just so you know, if you were good at remote viewing, you could probably watch somebody jerking off from the space, from like the safety of your own home.
That'd be, well, you could do that now on
On YouTube and
these
not-
websites.
not YouTube. YouTube, yeah, YouTube.
Well, these
does
websites,
jerk
man.
off
There's
stuff.
always this ad that pops up. It's like, it's bored jerking off alone. Do it with someone on the screen. It's like, why would I fucking do that?
Yeah,
It's such a weird ad.
yeah.
I'm gonna get a guy. There's gonna be another guy at the,
Watching you, yeah.
other side of the screen right now, and we're both gonna be pissed off.
Yeah. Neither one of you are going to be happy.
Or either it's just gonna be me pissed off.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, no, that's what today's topic is going to be. We're going to talk about remote viewing. But first, how have you been? What have you been up to?
Dude, chilling, fucking working on the business, working on my not my life, but the business.
Yeah, my life's a mess. I'm not working on that shit. I'm going to save it for
I'm
later.
putting that to the back burner, man. It's all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. That's good. All right, cool.
We don't need
man.
to worry about that.
Cool.
How about you?
Nothing, dude. I've just been doing the same old shit, which is just nothing.
Any interesting rides?
Not that I can
What is it? Deliveries?
not delivery. I guess in a way.
Well,
it
you
is
deliver
delivery,
people.
but yeah. I delivered a prostitute.
Fuck
so,
yeah.
She was saying.
Did I ever tell you I have a favorite stripper?
No.
And it's because I worked at a gas station for a minute.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
she
you
would come in
talked
like
about her.
every other day and be like, "How you doing?"
Yeah, you talked about her. Yeah.
So,
No, I the prostitute was saying that
old bitch.
she works down in L.A. because the money's
Damn.
better. So she like.
Oh, yeah,
commutes.
makes sense.
I'm like, okay, all right, whatever you got to do to make your money.
So you took her to LA?
No, she
Oh.
she came up here
Okay.
for some reason. I don't know.
Crazy.
I don't remember the whole life story and shit, but she was very talkative. She was a cool person. I mean, most people that I pick up are cool people. So, you know, it's
Not
very
that
rare.
bitch the other week.
Which one? I don't even remember.
Fucking Veronica, Victoria, whatever the fuck her cunt face was.
yeah, your former coworker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, no, I mean, nobody, nothing strange, nothing new. Same old
I
thing.
don't like how you brush that off.
Well, you want to still talk about it? I'm done. We talked about it last episode, so
No, I'm good. I'm fine with it.
We're
I
good.
forgot until right now. And I was like, hey, wait, that's right.
yeah.
He drives bitches.
Yeah. Yep, that's right. So yeah, no word yet on any kind of jobs. I did talk to the one girl that I used to work with who actually told me about the school that I went to. I asked her, I'm like, how long did it take you before you got a job? And she's like, and she was saying that she didn't get any job offers except for the one that she took. She had one job offer, and that was in like 4 months. I'm like, God damn, I'm gonna have to wait a while. So we'll see what happens.
At least you got it.
But
And then like the
one?
license, because
Yeah,
once
that's
you
true.
do get the offer, it's not like you have to be like, oh, well, I still didn't get it.
Yeah, I
So,
should have.
I mean,
should have
that's
been
the best
applying
part.
before. I should have been applying before I even got the license, knowing that I was going to get the license. I should have just started applying. But
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it is what it is. You'll get it. You'll
Yep.
get something.
Hey, glass is half full, man. I know it's gonna happen eventually, so I ain't too worried about it. But
Hell yeah.
yeah. So,
While
anyways,
we're at it, you could remote view some managers or something, see if they're looking at your resume, you know?
I know, right? Yeah.
And that's
Thank
a
you.
seg.
That's a segue. Thank you. So we are talking remote viewing. For people who don't know what remote viewing is, I'm going to read the definition of remote viewing. The definition of remote viewing is right here on my computer. Remote viewing. I'm going to read it. Hopefully, I won't trip over my words. Remote viewing is the alleged paranormal ability to perceive a distant or hidden subject without using the physical senses or any other obvious means. It is also sometimes referred to as what? Anomalous cognition. Okay. Or second sight. That I've heard of. The term was first used by physicist Russell Targ and Harold Puthoff, who were parapsychology researchers at Stanford University.
Nerds.
It was, let's see here, to distinguish it from the closely related concept of clairvoyance. So they were trying to, remote viewing and clairvoyance. Despite claims of its existence, there is no scientific evidence supporting remote viewing, and the topic is generally regarded as pseudoscience. I would say, though, that if Stanford was looking into it, there might be some truth to it. So, what do you know about remote viewing?
Well, I remote viewed to see that Cleopatra video. I know you've been itching before.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I was gonna tell you what. The burrito sent us a message, and if you want to send us a message, you could call us and leave a voicemail, or you can text us. The phone number is 661-379-0020. You could also message us on Instagram. I'm Doc Farted on Instagram. Mex is _Mexalorian on Instagram, or you can message us on Who Farted Podcast on Instagram. But the burrito left us a message. I thought it was hilarious. So from the last, let's see here. It was a couple episodes ago. We were talking about the pyramids, and we were talking about Cleopatra finding the library, some library, and there was we were saying that there was probably just like porn and that one of the things was talking about Cleopatra having a train ran on her. So so the burrito,
really proud of that.
the burrito decided he was going to chime in, and I thought this was hilarious. He says, we need to find out if Julius Caesar was the original cuckold. Watching Cleopatra getting a train ran on her. I'm sure he might have been that mother cucker. So, which is, I think that's pretty insightful of the burrito, and good thinking that, maybe Julius Caesar, I'm sure he was into that shit. Those Romans and Greeks and all, they were in some weird shit. So, yeah.
He was letting his friends stab him.
Yeah, that's right. I think though that Julius Caesar was probably in the front of that train. So,
nah, he was probably the last one.
You think he was the caboose?
Yeah. I think he was the one that's no, baby. I'll tell him to stop. No, I love you.
Whatever. I don't know. It's all gross. Anyways, so that was what the burrito sent us, and you guys can send us something as well. Whoever's listening, and you know who you are, and we thank you. So
Love you.
yep. And scene. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and talk about remote viewing. I've got Wikipedia up here because
It's the most
there.
loyal and or most accurate resource.
Yeah. So, but real quick though, yeah, what do you know about remote viewing?
I mean, didn't the government like have tests on it and shit? See if they could actually have someone seen something, and that's something I wanted to bring up too, because I've been watching a lot of videos of something that came out recently from like I think FBI documents.
I think it was the CIA, but
CIA.
yeah, there is. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. Besides that, like I just know, or I felt like it's something you do either meditating or in your sleep, right?
Well, okay, so that,
Or-
and I did want to talk about this, but sometimes there's confusion between remote viewing and astral projection. So
Mhm.
remote viewing is you're able to, like what it said in the definition, but you are able to see an object or a place or a person from any point in time and from a different location. So like Stanford was doing research on this. So the people that were in the they were at Stanford, they're sitting in a room, and then what it is you're given these like coordinates, almost. It's just random numbers, but those numbers are supposed to represent the thing that they're wanting to be seen. So the person, the remote viewer, sits there, looks at this number, and then they will close their mind, and then they will try to use the energy of the cosmos or whatever it is, and they will try to kind of like take their mind's eye and have it go to, they'll follow those numbers and kind of like have it go to the location of the subject matter, right? So they will go ahead and start to write words and draw whatever it is that they think that they see. So that's what remote viewing is, where astral projection is basically taking your consciousness and then projecting it to a different location. And sometimes it could go to like a different plane of existence, or you can have your consciousness go to the past or the future, or you can have it go to a location, as far as like, you say you wanted to astral project to somebody's like house, right? Like say there's somebody that you missed or that you wanted to talk to, you can project your consciousness to this person's house, and you can like, some people claim that you can actually create a presence there that is actually viewable by the other person, if that makes sense. So it's almost like you can have, it's like astral projection is having like an out of body experience, where remote viewing is being able to just, it's almost like controlling a drone, but an invisible drone, and it's going to the subject matter that is being asked to be like to be viewed. So not astral projection, but remote viewed. So that's what remote viewing is, allegedly. I personally, I believe that it's possible. I know they say pseudoscience, but I do believe it's possible, especially if we're living in a simulation. Like, then fucking anything's possible. It's like, there is no spoon. Neo, you could control whatever. But I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that remote viewing is possible? Do you think that somebody can close their eyes and then, be able to take their mind's eye and see something from a different place?
So, can my past self, or no, my future self, come and like whack me off right now? Does that
Like,
work?
jerk you off
Yeah.
or kill you? Because there's two different whack you off can mean other things. No, that would be astral projection.
Let's let the future me decide. But so that's astral projection?
Yeah, that would be astral projection. But I don't think you could I think if you astral projected, I don't think you could physically touch anything that's in a different. If you projected
So this dude's not me.
No, that guy is not you.
Get the fuck out of here. Fucking pervert.
Okay, crazy. Yeah, no. Do you think that is possible? Fucking okay. Do you think that it's possible to remote view, to like basically kind of meditate and be able to see something?
I mean, I want to doubt it, but I also don't doubt people's confidences. Like, confidence is key, right?
Yeah.
So if you say something with so much I fucking saw Cleopatra get fucking ran on, and there's a video at the bottom of the pyramids. That might get us to be digging for that video. But there might not be a video. It's Schrodinger's Cleopatra video at this point. It might be there. But we will never know.
Well, that's because we can't get
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if someone says that they trained and they viewed it and they saw the tape, it's there, and then they went in the past and they saw it being made, I'm not gonna doubt them because of how confident they are.
Well,
you know what I mean?
So here's the here's the thing. I don't know what you mean by
it up a little bit retarded.
Yeah. And honestly, I tailed off. I was like, I don't know what the fuck.
No worries. I did too.
Yeah. So there's a movie. It's a documentary. It's called Third Eye Spies, and I believe it was on Netflix at a point in time. Don't know if it still is. But this documentary film reveals the true story of Russell Targ and America's Cold War psychic spies, disclosing and declassifying experiments on psychic abilities that were previously suppressed for nearly 30 years. So that might have been what you were talking about. It is on YouTube. Let's see, where else is it? I watched it. I thought it was pretty cool. It's on Pluto TV. That's free, so you can watch it.
Well, that's a different fucking planet, dude. Yeah. Now we for sure have to remote view it.
I said Pluto TV. It's also on Tubi.
Oh.
So
the fuck is that?
Tubi. It's also
Pluto
TV.
Yeah,
it's a pretty cool like streaming free TV stuff. You don't have to pay for it. Okay. It's pretty cool. Also Tubi.
Oh, it's free?
Yeah, it's free. So Tubi is also no. Tubi is also free. You can stream it on there. You get commercials though. So
that sucks.
Yeah, whatever. Prime Video.
It's cool. That's better to have free and just deal with a bit of commercials like YouTube.
But it's on Prime Video and Gaia as well. But it is true that our government was looking into it, and so I think they were using the Stanford research as like, their central point. But it was the reason why, from what I remember, was our government had gotten wind that Russia, what?
It came through the grapevine.
Yeah, it came through the grapevine that Russia was using psychics to spy on America, trying to find using psychics to find missile locations So America was like, all right, well, we're going to fucking do that too. So back during the Cold War in the, 80s, and 70s too, I guess, but they were using these remote viewers to try and locate military bases and missile locations in Russia. And then Russia apparently was doing that with us. So, also, I'm going to go ahead and read a little bit here on remote viewing from Wikipedia. It is the practice of seeking impressions about a distant or unseen subject, purportedly sensing with the mind. There is no scientific evidence that remote viewing exists, and the topic of remote viewing is generally regarded as pseudoscience. A remote viewer is expected to give information about an object, event, person, or location hidden from physical view and separated at some distance. Physicists Russell Targ and Harold Puthoff, parapsychology researchers at Stanford Research Institute, are generally credited with coining the term remote viewing to distinguish it from the closely related concept of clairvoyance. You know what clairvoyance is, right? It's basically psychic. Is what that means?
Yeah, psychic.
According to Targ, the term was first suggested by Ingo Swann in December 1971 during an experiment at the American Society for Psychical Research in New York City. Remote viewing experiments have historically lacked proper controls and repeatability. The idea of remote viewing received renewed attention in the 1990s upon the declassification of documents related to the Stargate project, which was a $20 million research program sponsored by the U.S. government that attempted to determine potential military applications of psychic phenomena. The program ran from 75 to 95 and ended after evaluators concluded that remote viewers consistently failed to produce actionable intelligence information. So, because they weren't accurate enough, they went ahead and got rid of it. But to me, the way I feel is if you're right one time, like, I don't know, I've seen some of the things that they've remote viewed, and I'm like, there's no way that they could get that shit right. And it's pretty like insane. Because even if you're guessing randomly, it's insane to me that they would even get that. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's because I don't know, the thing I was gonna bring up is that a lot of articles and videos are coming out right now about the Ark of the Covenant.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen those?
Mm-mm.
I guess there's a document. I think it said that it was like in 2000 or something when the test was done, but that they found the Ark of the Covenant, and I think that was at the bottom of the pyramids.
Okay.
But it's like, fuck, like what? How are you just gonna put out this? Because a lot of people are putting out these videos right now, so it's a little annoying, and it's like, okay, but there's no fucking proof.
Yeah.
Besides the remote viewer. Yeah. And it's also like a 25-year-old article or like report at this point. Shut up. Sorry, I'm just a little irritated because of that. So it's, I don't know.
Well, as far as the Ark of the Covenant goes, like the consensus is that if it existed, and then it is actually in Ethiopia, and that it is guarded by one guard. If it is how they said it was, where it was only a certain tribe, and only certain people could actually surround it and be around it and touch it.
Mhm.
Like that tribe is actually they're Ethiopians, so they're
Mm.
part of that
It was
tribe.
I probably got it mixed up. But
No,
oh
no,
no,
no.
you know what? I think it was in a temple or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's
But
saying it's in a temple in Ethiopia. That's what people, that's what most people say. But I mean,
oh
we don't even know if it's real because it's just,
yeah.
it's in the Bible. That's, some people believe that, some people don't. So, but, but that's the thing though. Like, you're talking about this remote viewer seeing it. I think that just like how astral projection, you're not like, it's like psychic warfare is kind of what it is. And I think that there are certain objects that you would never be able to see because they are guarded
Yeah.
psychically, right? And I feel like the Ark of the Covenant would be one of those things that you can't possibly remote view because it is protected psychically. So, there's like a force field around it, and you know how Google Maps censors like, certain things. You can't see where Area 51 is. You can't see
Yeah.
where other military bases is, where they are because they edit it out. They that's basically what it is. So psychically speaking, uh, they would have like something covering it, so you can't see it. But there are some people, and like I think they talked about it in the movie, but I can't remember exactly. But um, there was this one. Um, they claimed that they had actually remote viewed because apparently you could go back in time, but they remote viewed Mars, uh, like millions of years ago, and they went back and saw like uh a civilization on Mars. And to me, I'm like, if you could go back in time and remote view things, like why are you going to fucking Mars? First of all, you can't prove it, right?
Yeah.
But um there's enough stuff in our on our planet, in our history. Like why not go back to like the Library of Alexandria, and then look at some of the books, the knowledge that was there. Why not go back in time to when, to the library in Egypt and see, Cleopatra getting a train ran on her?
Fuck. Yes.
Yeah. Finding out whether or not Caesar was a cuckold, right? So then that way the burrito could have his answer.
The government's always in the wrong
They're
things,
doing the
man.
wrong stuff, man. They fund the wrong things. But I mean, remote viewing, I know that they say that you can't test it, right? You can't, and what did they say? They said that, it was, let's see here. What did it say? Oh yeah, it lacks proper controls. But I mean, it doesn't really, because it'd be simple to have people sitting in a room, and then you end up giving them this number, and tell them to remote view this. And then, because I've seen them do this. They had a person sitting in a room, and they gave them the coordinates, which is just a string of numbers, and then it represented um, where this person was located. And they had sent this person to like a fountain, and they had like 3 people doing this remote viewing. I think 1 out of the 3 people was able to hit on a lot of the stuff that was surrounding where this person was at. This person was at a fountain. And so this like remote viewer had they had drawn like these tiles that like a pattern that was in these tiles that the person was standing on that was by the fountain, and then they had like put water on there. They wrote water, just things like that. And then some of the other people, like they may have gotten a couple of things, but one person had gotten like pretty much everything. And so I mean, it's, to me, it's possible. But I believe magic is real. I've even tried doing remote viewing. Did you ever try
I
it?
was gonna say I tried doing magic. Tried summoning a bitch.
I mean, I would like to do magic. I'm not against it.
I would too. I'm not against it. I'm just saying, like, yeah. All right, how far are we gonna go right now, Doc?
Yeah, not that far. But
I remember when I was surrounded by witches. I was also on acid, but
yeah, dude. Hey, man, that stuff opens up your third eye, man.
Oh
You never know.
no, it was my friends, and it was after a party, and they were like, it was my friend's house, so she was letting me spend the night, but I didn't know there was gonna be other people, so I thought there was just gonna be like me, and then her, and then another friend. Like, we're all homies, we're all high, just being high and chilling, and then two other dudes show up. And because I like it's their boyfriends, come to find out. Like, I didn't know, I didn't care, but I'm over here tripping because a few weeks ago these bitches told me they had done like some rain ritual trying to be like witches but messed it up, and so I'm like, they're gonna fucking kill me right now. I'm gonna die. I just sat outside the whole fucking night. They're like, you don't want to come inside? I'm like, no, I don't. I'm not gonna be next to you guys. No, but I didn't let them know.
Yeah,
I didn't let them know I was onto them for like 5 years. I told my friend recently, and she was like, damn.
That's funny, dude. That's funny.
Like, my bad. I was like, no, it's all good. It's my fault.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay, so I was thinking, because I've tried this remote viewing thing before, and I thought it didn't work. I was terrible at it. I don't know what you would need. I mean, I think that you have to kind of clear your mind, of course, and you have to focus on whatever it is. But I thought it might be kind of fun to try it and then record it. And I figured what we could do is I would go ahead and I'll pick something in my general area, and I will assign it a number, and then I will tell you that number. Or actually, I'm gonna write it down in the Discord, so then that way, it'll you can just look it up. So
Okay.
Yeah, and then you have to kind of like focus your mind onto whatever that object is. Sound good?
Yeah, give it a shot.
Okay, give it a shot. So, and then basically what you'll do is you'll kind of, as you're like trying to view it in your mind, just kind of like say the things that you're thinking about. And yeah, so I'm going to pause this real quick. I'm going to find something, and then you could go ahead and give it a go. So, all right, hold on. All right, I'm going to go ahead and type out the numbers in Discord. You got your Discord open?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you see it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, now I want you to look at those numbers, and if it helps, you can write it down as well. And I want you to do the same thing, and I'm going to give it a try later. But so go ahead and like close your eyes, and then try to focus on those numbers that I gave this object. And then you just start talking about what you think you see.
It's dark. You're in a closet.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Sorry, that was an easy one. Okay.
So gay. All right.
But yeah, that is where you're at, right?
That is where I'm at, yes. but you already knew that.
But
So you
but
have
could
to
it be
get-
in your room, or is what
No,
you're
you
looking at
can't-
in the
You
closet?
can't ask me questions like that. You have to try to.
Okay, my bad. But it's just that there's more stuff in the room. I see the room more. Sorry.
I'm even trying to like send it to you now. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to be quiet. So you just
It's a Giants hat.
is that what you see?
So I'm seeing hats.
Nope.
God damn it.
You're so far off. I actually don't have any hats in here at all.
God damn it. Just what I think of you, then I guess. 'Cause you're
Yeah,
like Giants. Okay.
Yeah. See,
Okay.
so that's the
Try.
so that's the problem that you know
Get in
that's
my
the
head.
problem with the remote viewing is that you have to clear your mind of any kind of expectations. So
Yeah.
you are automatic. I'm in the closet, not metaphorically, but physically in the closet.
Sorry.
My walk-in
That was
closet,
funny.
and you know that I am a Giants fan, and you know that I have hats. So you have to like clear all those things out of your mind before you actually remote view. So like I'll give you another chance here. And this is the thing, like with the remote viewing, like you have to. I don't know. I feel that it takes a lot of training to do. It's just like
Yeah.
meditation. It's just like people who are mediums. Like some people are gifted at it, and I think others they actually have to learn. That because it's something that you have to kind of you have to
Practice.
train yourself. It's something you have to practice, before you actually get good at it.
Because honestly, like I've had, because I've only told a few people this, but I'll tell you and the 3 listeners.
Yeah,
But I've had dreams that have come true.
yeah. You've already talked about
But
it.
okay.
Yeah.
So it's I feel like almost the same thing, but as like being psychic, but knowing how to use it, right? Like
Yeah.
they're like how you said, like being gifted with something,
Yeah.
but also with the practice. So
Because even professional athletes, they are gifted. Some of them are gifted at something, but they still have to practice. A
Yeah.
baseball player still has to practice, no matter how gifted he is or her. They still have to practice because they have to learn how to hone their skills to use the most of that gift. So just like that with remote viewing, you have to do it over and over and over again because like I said, you have to clear your mind of expectations. So it is a difficult thing to do. So I'm going to go ahead and give you another opportunity. I will say that it is something that I am holding in my hand. So that will give you more expectations, but maybe you can kind of zone in on that. And I will tell you right now, it is not my dick. So
I was gonna chime in, dog.
yeah. I know what you're thinking. So no. And
You know me so well.
and if the listener at home is, or wherever the fuck you are, if you're doing this and you get it, then please message us because I am really curious if somebody's able to get this. Because I think that you can, even without the numbers, because the numbers they're made up, right? I don't have a number for this. It's made up, but I gave it this number, so it means that whatever. But I think that somebody can still remote view without it. But look at the number again. Give it another chance.
Is it the microphone?
No.
Okay. Oh, that is literally the only thing I could see, and I wasn't trying to be like, oh, you're but you're recording right now because I know you usually don't. You have the stand.
Yeah.
So
Keep going.
okay. Nah, I'm not in there.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah, so you said microphone, and this is where you can so what it was, and this is for the listeners at home too. It was actually the blue microphone cable
Mm.
that I was holding on to, and that was the cable that connects the microphone to the mixer. Now, some people could say that you were close because you kind of were close, like it was something that was attached to the microphone.
Yeah.
So it could, like, that can kind of give you like maybe you're close to it, and but I think that that's one of those things where that's like the gray area, right? So you can say, oh, you're close, you're hitting, you're kind of close to the mark. But at the same time, you could also say, well, it wasn't what it was. So, and I think that that's why there's like confusions and with this remote viewing, like you could be very vague about things. I think that it also, like psychics and fortune tellers, you can kind of con the system. So, but that doesn't benefit anybody. Why don't you go ahead and do the same thing? So, I'll give it a try. So you go ahead and you can pick something out of your room, give it a number.
Okay.
Give me the number on Discord, and we'll give it a shot.
All right. Send a number.
Okay. Okay. All
Go
right.
on.
So you've picked an item.
Yes, sir.
I am going to try and let's see, real quick. I think it's hard because you've got too much shit in your room.
You motherfucker.
Like I keep like seeing swords.
Yeah, but you just know.
I know that's the problem. Because I know you got too much shit in there.
We'll get rid of it. Shut up.
No, it's okay. Is it like in that area?
No. Opposite.
Okay. Yeah, because all I keep seeing is swords and then random ass figurines. So like all I keep doing is keep like visualizing. It's hard, man. It's hard.
But you know, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know if the mic thing, the cable was like, oh, because he's touching the cable. I think it's just because my mic was like in my face. I just kept seeing like the shadow.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. It's
So
weird.
it's just like, am I seeing the mic or am I seeing this fucking shadow? Because after I said it, it went away. I didn't really notice it anymore. But
Yeah.
at the same time, I was still wrong.
Yes.
Slightly.
Yeah. Is it red?
No.
Okay. Yeah. I think I'm over in your closet now, but I can't really, I don't even know what your closet looks like.
It's just a rail.
Yeah, see,
You want me to tell you?
Yeah, man, I'm not gonna get it. So yeah, go ahead and tell me what it was.
It's a mug.
A mug. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And
All right.
to be more specific, because it's just like a decor thing for me. Because it's Ron Swanson, and it says "Woman of the Year" underneath.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Hold on.
You're like, I did see that.
The fuck is that?
Nothing.
Sorry.
Get out of my room.
I'm getting yeah. Yeah. Why do you have that dildo on your desk? It says "Woman of the
It's
Year."
decor.
Yeah, but as you can see,
I won a award.
yeah, but as an AVN one.
Yep.
Anyways,
Most average.
Yeah. As you can hear, not see, because we don't video stream anything. It is something that's difficult, and also we have these preconceived ideas of the location that we're looking in. So, like, I've seen your room. You know that I was in my walk-in closet. So we had these preconceived ideas, and like you said, the microphone's sitting right in front of your face. So it's a difficult thing to do. And I think that it is possible still. I do think that it is possible to remote view. But I think that it's something that you would have to practice. There was an app. I actually had an app on my phone, remote viewing. And the reason why
It just took you to people's computer cameras.
right, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's called OnlyFans. That's the remote viewing app that I have.
On Skype. We calling people. Yo, what up, motherfucker?
Yeah, there's no app anymore, at least not on the Google Play Store. I think it was on my iPhone that I had it. But you can do stuff online, I'm sure. You could join like groups or whatever if that's something that you're interested in.
Yeah, they're called
trying
cults.
it out. Yeah, they're called cults, yeah. But I mean, I do think it's possible. I think that it is possible for us to remote view.
I think so. Everything's kind of based on energy, I feel like. So
yeah. So I mean, I think it comes down to like trying to kind of piece together that energy. I mean, there's also people who believe that there's a collective consciousness, right? And I believe that. I believe that we are all connected somehow, some way. So it's just like how I feel like prayer works for people. I don't necessarily think that the prayers are I mean, depending on what people believe. I mean, some people believe that a God is answering these prayers, but I think sometimes, like when you're asking for healing and things like that, I think that it does work, but not because you're of a God. I think it's the energy.
Your body, it's your people say like words are spells and shit like that.
Yeah. Our buddy said that.
Huh? Who?
Our buddy at the pizza place, who we cannot name.
Okay. Just making sure. Making sure. I was gonna say who we don't talk like name wise. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, and honestly, like a lot of the times I've had conversations with that buddy of ours. I feel like I get a lot of shit like confirmed or denied. So I don't know, like whenever he says something, I kind of not live by it, but I'm like, fuck, dude, that dude's onto something.
Yeah. I mean, and I know I would love to talk to him on here and have a whole fucking series, but he's a hard guy to pin down and talk to. So, but yeah, man, I think it's something that's definitely possible. I also do think that it is difficult for science to believe any of that kind of stuff. I mean, scientists always want to have like, they want to have like cold, hard facts. Yet science will still tell you that Pluto is made out of so much percentage of a gas. And it's like, okay.
Pluto was a streaming service.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. That's Pluto TV. But
fuck these scientists, dude.
But the thing is they haven't been there, so how the fuck would they know?
Yeah.
And then they
don't know anything about good entertainment
because of the God damn it,
fucking nerds.
But it's just that they. It's weird. It's interesting to me how scientists will require such hard evidence for things, and then other things it's like, no, we don't need that hard evidence. It's because, and I know that they say, and I mean, I don't know enough about it, but I from what I've heard is like the way that they know is by how the sun hits this, or I don't know, like how these things behave. It behaves like this, and I don't know. if they're not there, how the fuck do they know? I can't believe everything that they say. Besides,
Yeah.
science is always changing.
Dude, I thought the computer made like a whooshy noise, and it was my fucking stomach.
Hold on a second. Okay, well, I don't even remember what we were talking about. Anyway,
But that is remote viewing.
yeah, that is remote viewing. But yeah, I don't remember what we were talking about with all that. But yeah, I do think it's possible, but I do think that it's something that you have to work on. Some people, it's probably more natural for others. I think that it could also be possible that you could go ahead and take some sort of medication or drug, whatever you want to call it, and
Enhance your powers.
enhance your powers. Yeah. I don't
Heroin.
know if it's necessarily I don't know if it's necessarily like using the third eye kind of a thing, but I think that if you open up your third eye, it definitely would help. And if you don't know what that is,
Gonna think
yeah.
of homeless people a little differently now, because they're probably on a different spectrum.
Oh yeah, dude, no doubt.
Because a lot of them, it's like by choice, you know. So it's like they have like some crazy shit going on in their head. Not even like literally crazy, but like fucking thought provoking.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
For sure. But yeah, I think we're pretty much done with this topic. There are other topics that we should definitely talk about. I think the next topic is going to be sexual positions, right?
Yeah, our favorite and our least.
Okay, so do you think if we have if the topic is sexual positions, I think it'll probably last as long as sex lasts. So it should be a very short episode.
Yeah, you guys are gonna be in for a break next week, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. That episode is gonna last about a minute. No, yeah, we're gonna. So we were talking earlier before that we started recording, and me and Mex were talking about a sexual position that he had heard the name of the sexual position but didn't know what it was. You know how they have stuff is called like
throw me under the bus, man.
Well, what? I didn't know until I looked it up.
I'm just kidding.
But
okay.
But you know how they have like these names like the Alabama Hot Pocket and the Alaskan Pipeline or the Dirty Sanchez. They have these weird sexual positions that nobody is doing. I mean, maybe they are, but
oh no, I've seen some videos.
Oh god,
of that one. I fucking never knew.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, now I know.
But anyways, so we figured, you know what? Why don't we go ahead and have a whole episode where we just talk about all these crazy ass sexual positions, and we thought it might be fun. So we're gonna do that the next episode. Now you guys have a preview of the next episode. And
you guys know if you're gonna stick around or just go ahead and skip that one. Like we said, it'll be short.
Like our dicks.
Hey. It's average. God damn it. What did I tell you about my award?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Most average.
Yeah. But there's also like weird stuff too, like we could talk about do you know what nugget porn is?
Yeah. That's fucked up.
Yeah, it is. It is. So, and lemon parties. There's a lot of things that we could talk about that are kind of sexual and gross. I mean, I think they're gross, but I'm pretty vanilla. So if you are into some weird shit, then you probably will like the next episode. So
Really vanilla.
Yeah. And again, we are going to change the theme music. I don't know if we'll change the outro, but, I kind of like these horns. Don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to play them. You got anything left to say?
No, I'm set.
All right, cool.
You guys have a good day.
Yeah. Don't remote you my dick.
Up, buoy.